Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me today for this very brief introduction to an online meditation program that I'm going to be offering called Heartfelt Awareness. And this is an interactive, immersive experience. It's a 12-week long program where we will systematically go through what's known in the Buddhist tradition as the four foundations of mindfulness, or the four ways of establishing mindfulness. And so here I'm just going to go through a few slides on a PowerPoint presentation as a way of introducing some of the course and some of the material that we'll be exploring in the course and some of the details and so forth. So sati is a Sanskrit word or a Pali word. Pali was the language that the Buddha spoke. That's traditionally translated into mindfulness. Now, what's interesting about the word sati, at least I find it interesting, is that mindfulness is actually an unfortunate translation, let's say. Because the Sanskrit word sati could just as easily be referring to one's heart. And so in this course, we're going to be really exploring that aspect of sati, the heartfelt quality of sati. And this is what distinguishes this course from some of the other mindfulness courses that are out there. We're going to be really amplifying and exploring that heartfelt, compassionate quality of mindfulness. So yeah, recognizing and being present with whatever is happening, both internally or externally, or both internally and externally, without judgment. Right? Coming back time and time again to the very, very simple, pure sensation of the present moment. So the way I've come to know and understand mindfulness over my 40 years of practice and study is that one could really conceptualize mindfulness or heartfulness in two ways. One way is a therapeutic type of heartfulness or mindfulness. And the studies that are there around this type of mindfulness are pretty deep. There's thousands and thousands of studies now on the practice of mindfulness and the benefits. We know that therapeutic mindfulness helps relieve stress, it can treat heart disease, lowers our blood pressure. It helps us manage pain, particularly chronic pain. This is some of the amazing work that's been done by Professor John Kabat-Zinn at MIT, with his work around mindfulness-based stress reduction, also around treating cancer and so forth. We also know that therapeutic mindfulness helps us sleep better, and it can help to alleviate IBS and other gastrointestinal difficulties and challenges. And so in the course, I'm kind of distinguishing that from contemplative mindfulness. And we'll be looking at both throughout the course, but contemplative mindfulness is really about becoming intimate with the present moment. So really offering that heartfelt, compassionate, equanimous presence to our experience. Right? Now, of course, these two blend into each other quite easily, right? And there's a lot of flow in between. But I found it quite helpful to really identify what our intention is for our practice. Right? Am I coming to a meditation or to a mindfulness practice to help manage my pain or to help treat my heart disease? Or am I engaging in a mindfulness practice so that I can be compassionate and equanimous with the experiences of life? So that's one question that we'll be exploring throughout the 12-week course together. So here on this slide, I've kind of outlined, not kind of, I have outlined the four satipatthanas, or the four ways of establishing mindfulness. The first way of establishing mindfulness is bringing awareness to the body, heartfelt, kind awareness to the body. And really practicing being with whatever's arising in that compassionate and non-judgmental way. We do the same with what's known as feeling tones, or our hedonic experience, the pleasantness, the unpleasantness, or the neutralness of life, right? The third way of cultivating mindfulness is bringing this heartfelt, kind awareness to the activity of our mind and heart, to our emotions, our feelings, and our thoughts. And the last way, or the fourth way of cultivating and establishing mindfulness, is bringing this heartfelt, kind, non-judgmental awareness to what's known in the Buddhist tradition as the 5 hindrances and the 7 factors of awakening. Just to list those very quickly, the 5 hindrances are aversion, craving, sloth and torpor, which is a kind of hazy, dull tiredness, restlessness and worry, which could more modernly be translated as anxiety, and doubt. So we'll be looking at the 5 hindrances and the 7 factors of awakening. Those are mindfulness, curiosity or investigation, energy, joy, calm or tranquility, and equanimity. Yeah, 7 factors of awakening. And we'll be exploring how these kind of play off of each other, right? And then it's often taught that when we notice the hindrances that are there, that just beyond those hindrances is the path of awakening, those 7 factors. So throughout the course, we'll be spending 3 weeks on each of those topics. And we will be engaging quite deeply in formal meditation practices. So these are seated meditations that'll run anywhere from 15 minutes up until an hour. And then we'll also be exploring many informal practices that help us engage in mindfulness and mindful heartfelt awareness periodically throughout the day. So we're not only cultivating a presence on the cushion, but we're bringing that heartfelt awareness out into our day-to-day life. Okay, so just a kind of a frame here, or really a recap, so to speak. Again, the course is entitled Heartfelt Awareness. It's really the invitation to bring that heartfelt quality and combining that with our mindful awareness and bringing that out into our life. The subtitle of the course, A Fearless Embrace of Life. A Fearless Embrace of Life. It's a 12-week program, and we're going to meet once a week for 2 hours, once a week on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. East Coast time. That'll be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. here in Thailand the same day on Sundays. So adjust your clocks accordingly and calculate your time accordingly. You can Google what time 8 a.m. East Coast time will be in your time. If you go, let's say if I go to Google and say, if it's 8 a.m. in New York City, what time is it in Bangkok? And then it will tell me the correct time. So in addition to the 2-hour sessions once a week, I'll also be inviting people to sign up for one-to-one sessions. Those one-to-one sessions are, free of charge throughout the 12 weeks we're together. The parameter around the one-to-ones is that you'll have to have something regarding the course material to speak about for those one-to-ones. And only once every other week, like that. Now, these sessions are all offered live. Nothing is pre-recorded. I'm there with the group, with the cohort, every Sunday. So you can attend the live sessions as much or as little as you want, as much as feels comfortable for you. I have people who register for the courses who do all of the live sessions, and that's really wonderful because it helps to cultivate a real rich community energy, which is really supportive for one's practice. But that's fine if you have to miss several of the sessions or a few of the sessions, or if you want to do the whole program on your own time, that's fine. Everything's recorded, and you'll get the links to each session about 24 hours after the session. And you'll have access to those recordings for your lifetime. Everything that I offer is offered within a trauma-informed environment. I am a certified clinical trauma professional. I've done a lot of work around trauma and trauma healing and trauma work, and I really take great care in creating courses that are held within a trauma-informed framework. For more information, for prices, by the way, everything that I offer is on a sliding scale. All of the pricing will be on the website, www.suchsweetthunder.org. So please go and visit the website. If you'd like to find out more information, there's more information there as well. You can also email me through my website if you have any questions or anything you'd like clarification around the program. And yeah, thanks very much for your time and your energy and your attention. And I'll go ahead and ring the bell to close out our time here together. Thank you.